I landed in Los Angeles, and for the first time in my life, I was a minority, right?
Oh, wow.
And that was a very strange feeling, right? As I got out of the plane and I saw the people all over, I realized that I am a minority. And it was a very strange and interesting feeling. I never felt that before. And as we drove to my apartment, looking at the cars, I'm like, it's all white people, right? It was very different for me. And so that was mainly the kind of culture shock that I had. And I so in 2 years serving in Los Angeles, I kind of got over that piece a little bit because I had, served for 2 years all over Los Angeles. And so it wasn't too much of a shock to be a minority in Utah.
In Provo, Utah.
However, in Provo, Utah, however, there was one thing that I think is so important, which should be um, something that Americans should really think about, which is the fact that a lot of the things that divide us today as a society, a lot of the things that we fight over, a lot of the experiences that we talk about, a lot of all these things seem to disappear when you have something else in common with someone else. Okay. So this is the honest truth, which is the fact that I feel so much more comfortable in Utah than I would have probably felt anywhere else, even coming straight from Africa. And the reason is because in Utah, I had something in common with the people, even though they didn't look like me, even though they had, a different culture, but we had something that mattered more to us that we had in common. And for us, that was our religion. And so I could walk into any church building, I could walk into any neighborhood, and I could immediately feel welcome because the music was familiar, the processes, the everything was familiar. There was nothing that was foreign. And so I believe, and this is kind of a tangent, but I believe that one of the ways that we can eliminate these differences and issues about cohesion that we have in America is to find something that we can all flock to, some kind of philosophy, some kind of ideals that we can all share in common. And for me, it is patriotism and a love for our country. That is the thing that I believe can put us back together. Because when you have that thing in common, suddenly all the other distractions fall away. Then suddenly skin color doesn't matter because we are American, right? We are American. We have something in common. We share a set of values, right? I want that feeling of if I travel outside of America, I'm over somewhere in the middle of the jungle somewhere, and I see somebody and they tell me I am American, to immediately feel like, I feel like I'm at home because this is someone I know I share something with. And I think that's the thing we're losing in America. And that's part of the reason why we have the despair that people feel about the economic opportunity, about their situations in life, about the country in general, because we've lost that cohesion, because we've lost the thread that binds us together,
You
which is
are
our patriotism.
you are speaking to my soul, Alma. You really are speaking truth here.